They found his teeth before they found his name. Blood pooled across rain-slick cobblestones, catching the yellow glare of a single street lamp. In the chaos, a woman stood unseen, her coat heavy with secrets and cold determination. The city held its breath. Beneath thunderclouds, Detective Ray Thompson squatted beside the corpse, jaw clenched, voice raw with disbelief. Ray said, "This isn't just another body. This is a message." Anna Russo watched from the shadows, fingers tight around her phone, waiting for a sign, a call, anything but silence. The night hummed with tension. Anna's heartbeat thudded in her ears, each pulse counting down to the next betrayal. Rain washed away footprints, but not the threats scrawled in crimson on the alley wall. Officer Miller whispered, "We're in deep now, Ray." Anna's mind raced. She knew exactly who had ordered the hit, but tonight, silence was safer than truth. Her brother's ring, cold in her palm, was the only proof he'd ever existed. Anna said nothing. She turned, disappearing into the mist as sirens echoed. Somewhere, a phone vibrated, a warning, a promise, or a death sentence. The city never slept, and neither would Anna. The news hit Anna like a fist to the gut. She pressed the phone to her ear, barely breathing, her world narrowing to the trembling voice on the line. "He's gone," the caller whispered, a voice Anna knew but refused to name. Her body went rigid, every memory slicing sharper than the winter air outside. As rain battered her window, Anna remembered childhood laughter echoing in their family's Brooklyn kitchen. Her brother's smile bright even on gray days. Now those memories felt like someone else's life, someone untouched by blood or power. Anna said, "Tell me who did this, tell me why." Silence. The caller hung up. Anna's mind reeled. There were only a handful of people who would dare, and each one owed her a debt or wanted her gone. She stared at the city below, its lights blurry through glass streaked with rain. The city was a cage and a battleground, every shadow a secret, every whisper a threat. Anna wiped a tear, then her face hardened. No more running. Tonight, grief became armor. Tonight, Anna Russo became the queenpin the city feared. Anna's mind spun with old lessons. Trust no one, show nothing, survive at any cost. She paced the kitchen, floorboards creaking under restless steps, her brother's blood never far from her thoughts. Somewhere in the city, her family's enemies watched, waiting for her to break. Anna pulled open a drawer, revealing a pistol wrapped in silk. Her father's words echoed, "Never show your hand, never beg for mercy." She loaded the weapon with trembling hands. The night outside howled, wind flinging rain against glass. Anna's reflection in the window was a stranger, hard, resolved, dangerous. She said, "You want a war? I'll give you a war." In the silence, she holstered the gun beneath her coat, drew a sharp breath, and walked into the night. Her heart thudded, half fear, half fury. She was alone now, but she would not hide. Tonight, Anna Russo declared war on the streets that made her. Thunder rattled the city, making old bones shiver in their graves. Anna strode through the rain, her steps purposeful, her silhouette framed by neon shop signs and flickering streetlights. She passed the corner where her brother once stood, laughing, promising the world would be theirs. Now, only ghosts lingered. Every face she passed was a suspect, every glance a threat. Anna's phone buzzed, no message, just a reminder that she was being watched. The streets seemed to close in around her, alleys twisted and dark, every doorway a potential ambush. Anna said, "They think I'm weak. They're wrong." Her voice was steel. She reached into her coat, fingertips grazing cold steel, comforted by its weight. Somewhere, her brother's killer watched, waiting for her to stumble. Anna wouldn't give them the satisfaction. Rain masked her tears as she vanished into the maze. At the mouth of the alley, Anna paused, breath sharp, mind razor-focused. She scanned the darkness, every instinct screaming. Shadows danced beneath the fractured light. In the distance, sirens wailed, a city's broken lullaby. Anna slipped into the alley, boots splashing in puddles, coat swirling behind her. Every sense was alert. She heard whispers, a deal being made, or perhaps a trap. Anna pressed herself against cold brick, heart pounding, gun ready. She caught a glimpse of a rival, eyes glinting with malice. Anna said, "You picked the wrong night." The rival's smirk faded. For a moment, time slowed. The city's fate balanced on Anna's next move. The Queenpin had arrived, and the streets would never be the same. The dawn after her brother's death was colder than any winter, Anna remembered. She sat at her mother's kitchen table, porcelain mug untouched, steam curling into the dim air. Her mother, Lucia Russo, aged 55, Italian-American, silent as stone, wiped her eyes with trembling hands. The house smelled of old coffee and loss. Anna said, "He was all I had left, Ma." Lucia's gaze was hard, her voice brittle from decades in the shadows. Lucia said, "You are a Russo. We do not break, not for them." Anna traced cracks in the table, each mark a memory of childhood, of laughter now strangled by grief. She remembered her father's lessons: never trust the law, never forgive an enemy. Her mother slid a faded photograph across the table. Anna and her brother, arm in arm, Brooklyn behind them, hope bright in their eyes. That hope was gone now, replaced by a cold, bitter resolve. Anna said, "I will find who did this." Her mother nodded once, silent approval. Anna stood, squared her shoulders, and left the house behind. The world outside felt sharper, every edge honed by loss. The city would pay for what it had taken from her. In the dusty backroom of her father's closed butcher's shop, Anna searched for answers buried in shadows. Old tools hung from the walls, ghosts of a different time. She rifled through locked drawers, finding a hidden ledger, its pages yellowed and ink-stained. Names, dates, debts owed, her family's legacy written in code. Anna whispered, "This is how it started. This is how it ends." The hum of a fluorescent light buzzed overhead, echoing her tension. Anna remembered the day her father taught her to count cash, to spot a lie before it was spoken. She felt the weight of legacy pressing on her shoulders. She said, "He didn't die for nothing." A photograph slipped from the ledger. Her brother, younger, laughing beside Anna, a knife in his hand, innocence not yet spoiled. Anna pocketed the photo. She knew every name on those pages. Some would help her. Some would try to kill her. But Anna was done hiding from her blood. She stepped into the light, ledger in hand, ready to collect on old debts. Anna walked the narrow alleyways where her childhood had been shaped by fear and loyalty. Each corner held a memory, each crack a secret. She stopped at a corner bodega, its faded awning flapping in the wind. Inside, the old clerk, Mr. Santoro, age 67, Italian-American, regarded her with wary affection. Mr. Santoro said, "Anna, you shouldn't be out here." Anna replied, "The streets took my brother. I need them to talk." He nodded, fear flickering in his eyes. He said, "The name you seek, it's close. But danger is closer." Anna gripped the counter, her voice low. "I was raised in danger, Mr. Santoro." A younger man lingered by the window, watching Anna's every move. Anna knew him. A local runner, a pawn in someone else's game. The city outside was gray, restless. Anna's resolve tightened. She would pry truth from these streets, no matter who tried to stop her. Anna pushed deeper into the heart of her old neighborhood, where graffiti marked territory and every stoop had eyes. Her pulse quickened as she passed two men, eyes cold, whispers sharp. She caught fragments. "Russo's girl, back for blood." Anna's chin lifted. She would not show fear. She remembered the nights she and her brother climbed fire escapes, dreamed of escape, swore to change their fate. Those dreams died with him. Anna stopped before a memorial, candles flickering around a faded mural, her brother's face painted large, smile frozen in time. Anna said, "I won't let them erase you." She knelt, fingers tracing his painted cheek. A gunshot echoed in the distance, a brutal reminder that peace was a myth here. Anna stood, shoulders squared, and met the gazes of the street's watchful ghosts. They could try to bury her, but they would not break her. Dusk fell, painting the city in bruised purples and sullen reds. Anna stood on the rooftop of her family's old apartment, wind snapping at her coat. She looked out over the city, a kingdom of secrets, its lights burning like sins refusing to die. She remembered her brother's promise. One day, this will all be ours. Now, it was ashes and regret. Anna said, I will take it back, all of it. Her jaw was set, eyes glinting with vengeance and longing. The rooftops below were alive with the noise of distant sirens and whispered threats. Anna's phone buzzed. Another warning, another line in the sand. She did not flinch. Tonight she was her family's legacy, weaponized by grief. She would bleed, but she would not bow. The city belonged to her now, and she would claim it, piece by brutal piece. The city pulsed with tension as Anna Russo made her move. Word of her return spread fast, coiling through the streets like smoke. In a backroom club thick with sweat and whiskey, Anna sat across from Frankie Moretti, age 40, Italian-American, power etched in his heavy jaw and gold rings. Frankie's voice cut the air. Frankie said, You've got nerve, Anna, the kind that gets people dead. Anna leaned in, her eyes cold and fearless. Anna said, You owe my family, I'm collecting. Cigarette smoke curled between them, softening the edge of violence. Anna remembered the last time she was here, her brother alive, laughter rising above the music. Now, every sound was a warning. Frankie's men watched from the shadows, hands hovering near holsters. Anna did not flinch. She knew every angle in this room, every escape. The city outside was roaring, but inside, only the promise of blood. Anna said, You help me, you live, you stand in my way, you're next. Frankie's lips twitched, a smile, or maybe a threat. The game was on, and Anna would play to win, no matter the cost. Outside the club, the city storm pressed harder. Anna stepped onto the wet pavement, heart pounding. Her phone buzzed, a single-word text from an unknown number, careful. She scanned the empty street, adrenaline flooding her veins. A black sedan idled at the curb, windows fogged. Anna moved fast, every instinct on alert. She ducked into a narrow alley, rain falling in icy sheets. The world shrank to sharp breaths and footfalls echoing off brick. She remembered her father's warnings. Trust your gut. Trust nobody. A shadow moved at the far end. Anna slipped behind a dumpster, pistol ready, muscles tensed. Headlights flickered down the alley, slicing through the dark. Anna's reflection shimmered in a puddle, eyes hard as steel. She whispered, You want me? Come and try. The city was hunting her now, and she refused to be prey. Anna gripped her weapon, every sense screaming. The game was getting dangerous. Minutes ticked by in the alley's choking silence. Anna's mind raced through enemies and allies, calculating trust as carefully as her next breath. Tires screeched. The sedan peeled away, echoing into the night. Anna straightened, moving swiftly down back streets she knew by heart. At a battered payphone, she dialed a number from memory, a friend from another life. The line clicked, tension straining every word. Anna said, They're coming for me. I need eyes everywhere. The voice on the line, a woman, Maria, age 31st, Latina, ex-cop, said, You picked the wrong fight, Anna. Anna replied, I didn't pick, they did. Wind howled as Anna scanned the street. Always moving, always hunted. Her world was shrinking to whispers and betrayals. She slammed the phone down and disappeared into the subway's gloom. The city's underbelly was alive with rumor and risk, and Anna Russo was done running from either. Anna descended into the subway, footsteps echoing off graffiti-tagged walls. Fluorescent lights flickered above, painting everyone in sickly blue. The platform was mostly empty, except for a figure in a hood watching. Anna kept her hand near her gun, pulse racing. She remembered childhood games on these same tracks, her brother daring her to race trains, both fearless and free. Now, Every shadow threatened violence. The hooded figure stepped closer. A courier, age 22, Asian American, slim build, nervous. The courier handed her a sealed envelope, whispering, "For you, from inside." Anna opened it, reading a single sentence. Frankie's crew flipped, tonight. Rage flared. Anna shoved the envelope in her pocket, teeth gritted. She said, "Tell them I'm ready." The courier nodded, vanishing into the crowd. Anna boarded the next train, eyes hard. The betrayal was real now, no more guessing. Tonight she would answer with fire. As the subway doors closed, Anna braced herself, knuckles white against the pole. The city's tunnels screamed by in violent flashes of neon and shadow. She replayed every conversation, every side glance, every broken promise. She knew Frankie's betrayal would cost her, maybe everything. But Anna Russo was her father's daughter, built for war. She watched her reflection in the glass, her eyes colder than the tunnels beyond. Anna whispered, "Let them come." A tremor ran through her, but she straightened, mask of steel snapping into place. Above ground, the city howled with danger. Anna was heading into the heart of it, carrying nothing but grief, rage, and an unbreakable will. Whatever waited for her, Anna would meet it head-on, gun drawn, vengeance burning bright. The escalator climbed toward harsh daylight, and Anna Russo walked into hell, unafraid. Anna Russo entered the old warehouse as dusk swallowed the city. Rusted beams loomed overhead, shadows stretching long and hungry across the concrete floor. She moved quietly, pistol hidden but ready. She was not alone. Frankie Moretti waited in the gloom, his bulk framed by stacks of shipping crates. His men lined the walls, tension thick in their knuckles and stares. Frankie's voice cut through the hush, laced with mock concern. Frankie said, "You don't listen, Anna. That's always been your problem." Anna's eyes narrowed, every sense on fire. Anna said, "My problem was trusting the wrong people." A door creaked open at the far end. A late arrival. Anna recognized the silhouette. Maria, her so-called friend, ex-cop, the one she'd trusted with secrets. Betrayal burned in Anna's veins. Maria's badge glinted as she stepped forward, her gaze unreadable. Frankie smirked. She chose the winning side. Anna felt her world collapse inward, grief morphing into a fury she barely contained. She said, "Then let's see who's left standing." The storm inside Anna met the storm outside. The trap was sprung, and Anna was its target. Thunder cracked above, rattling the warehouse windows. Anna locked eyes with Maria, searching for a trace of the friend she'd known. Maria looked away, jaw tight, regret flickering before it vanished. Frankie's men circled closer. Anna calculated exits, fingers twitching near her weapon. She said, "You sold me out, Maria, for what?" Maria's voice was brittle. Maria said, "For a chance to walk away alive." Anna's heart twisted, anger, sorrow, disappointment warring inside. Lightning flashed, casting sharp shadows over every face. Anna's pulse hammered. She was surrounded, but she refused to cower. She raised her pistol, meeting Frankie's smug stare. Anna said, "I never needed an army to finish what I started." Silence throbbed. The men shifted, waiting for a signal. Outside, rain hammered the tin roof, a savage soundtrack to betrayal. Anna's next move would decide who walked out alive. A single word from Frankie shattered the standoff. Frankie barked, "Now!" Gunfire exploded. Anna dropped low, rolling behind a crate as bullets shredded splinters above her head. She returned fire, every shot fueled by betrayal. Maria ducked, torn between duty and survival. One of Frankie's men screamed, blood blooming across his chest. Anna's breath came harsh and fast. Frankie yelled, "Finish her!" Anna's mind flashed with her brother's face, innocent, trusting, gone. She let rage drive her, movements swift, clinical. Maria took cover behind a steel barrel, eyes locked on Anna T. For a moment, Maria hesitated, gun trembling. Anna yelled, "Make your choice, Maria." The air was thick with gunpowder and fear. In that instant, Maria spun and fired, not at Anna, but at Frankie's nearest thug. Loyalty, shattered and remade in violence, changed the game again. The firefight's chaos echoed through the empty city block. Anna seized the opening, darting between crates, taking down 2 more of Frankie's men. Maria covered her, firing with deadly precision, the old bond burning away doubt. Anna shouted, "We end this now." Frankie retreated toward a side door, face twisted with fury. Anna gave chase, heart slamming, gun hot in her hand. Rain slashed through the open doorway as Frankie stumbled outside. Anna followed, boots splashing in puddles, breath steaming in the cold. Maria stayed behind, wounded but alive. On the slick loading dock, Anna cornered Frankie at last. He turned, snarling, "You were never strong enough." Anna said, "I am now." Her voice was thunder, final and merciless. Frankie lunged, desperation blazing in his eyes. Anna stood over Frankie, breath ragged, rain mixing with tears on her face. Frankie raised empty hands, pride gone, eyes pleading for mercy he never showed others. Anna's mind spun with memories, her brother, her family, all that Frankie took. Anna said, "This is for everything." A single shot echoed, final and cold. Frankie crumpled, his reign ending not with shouts, but with Anna's silent resolve. Anna stood in the storm, gun lowered, gaze haunted. Maria staggered outside, bleeding, but alive. She said, "It's over, Anna." Anna shook her head. "Ping. It's never over, not in this city." Sirens wailed in the distance, growing louder, signaling the end of one chapter and the bloody beginning of another. The Queenpin was reborn in thunder and vengeance, and the city would remember her name. The city bled into mourning as Anna Russo made her way through deserted streets, the storm finally broken, but the world still shivering. Her boots left wet prints on cracked concrete, every step haunted by the echo of the gunshot that ended Frankie Moretti. Anna's thoughts raced. No rest for the victor, not when vengeance tastes like ash. She ducked into a silent church, stained glass, shivering in pale dawn light. Anna sat alone in the pews, shoulders hunched, pistol hidden beneath her coat. The weight of her choices pressed down. She whispered a prayer for her brother, her family, and maybe for herself, though she doubted forgiveness would come. The priest, Father Caruso, age 62, Italian-American, entered quietly, gentle sorrow in his eyes. Father Caruso said, "You can't fight darkness with more darkness, Anna." She replied, "There's no light left for me, Father. Not after this." He laid a hand on her shoulder, but Anna flinched, the armor of survival too thick to break now. She left before sunrise, walking into a world where every soul was marked by sin, and hers now burned brightest. Anna walked the city's edge, the world unfamiliar now, stripped of certainty. She crossed under elevated train tracks, shadows flickering above as morning traffic roared. Her mind replayed the last hours in fevered fragments. Maria's betrayal and redemption, Frankie's fall, the blood on her own hands. She found Maria waiting at a greasy diner, sleeve wrapped tight around her wounded arm. Anna slid into the booth, eyes red from exhaustion. Maria said, "I had nowhere else to go." Anna answered, "You had a choice." They sat in brittle silence. Maria's hand trembled as she sipped her coffee. Anna's jaw tightened, grief and anger, a war with no winner. Maria said, "I thought I could outlive the past." Anna replied, "No one does." The world outside the window moved on, indifferent to all they'd lost. 2 women, marked by violence, bound now by what they survived. The scars would never fade. The city shifted as news of Frankie's death rippled through the underworld. Anna met with old allies in a dimly lit garage, the smell of oil and fear thick. Big Tony, age 38, Italian-American, gruff, nodded in grim respect. Big Tony said, "The streets are yours now, Anna, if you can hold them." Anna's gaze was razor sharp. Anna replied, "I won't ask twice. You're with me or you're nothing." The men around her exchanged wary looks, decades of grudges and debts flickering in their eyes. Anna felt her brother's ghost at her back, pushing her forward. She set terms, quick and merciless. Some fell in line, others walked out, loyalty fractured but survival paramount. Anna watched them go, feeling the weight of leadership settle over her shoulders like a shroud. The room was silent as she left, the first day of her new reign stained with as much fear as hope. Anna walked alone along the East River, city skyline jagged against a cold blue sky. Her phone buzzed, a cryptic text. "They're coming." Anna stared at the water, wondering if her brother ever imagined this end for her. She remembered how he laughed, how they promised to escape together. Now she was alone, every dream devoured by violence. She pocketed the phone, gaze flinty, and turned to face the threat. Shadows converged at the docks, rivals testing her claim, hungry for weakness. Anna squared her stance, hand ready at her side, voice flat as iron. Anna said, "If you want what's mine, come take it." The river wind whipped her hair, chilling resolve hardening into armor. She felt no fear, only the cold certainty that she would not go quietly, not now, not ever. The world would know her name. The confrontation at the docks was quick and brutal. Anna's eyes blazed as rivals circled, their confidence a mask for fear. Words failed. Guns spoke. Shots cracked across the water, Anna moving with lethal precision, every motion honed by grief and rage. 3 rivals fell, the rest fled into the city's maw. Anna stood breathless, heart racing, pistol hot in her grip. Blood pooled at her feet, but Anna's gaze was steady, victory paid for in loss. Sirens wailed in the distance, city never silent, never forgiving. Anna holstered her weapon and stared at the fading sun, its last light glinting off the river, washing her in a glow both mournful and triumphant. She whispered her brother's name, voice rough with pain and pride. The city was hers, won, not inherited. But Anna Russo understood. Every crown draws blood. Night returned, heavy with secrets. Anna Russo moved through her empty apartment, each room echoing memories that would not die. The city outside glowed. 100,000 windows, 1,000,000 silent witnesses. Anna stared at herself in the bathroom mirror, mascara smeared, eyes raw from sleepless nights. She splashed cold water on her face, chasing away the blood and grief she could never fully wash off. Her phone rang, a hidden number. Anna answered, her voice low and flat. "On the line, an anonymous warning. You made too many enemies, Queenpin. There's a price for peace." Anna hung up, her face hardening into a mask the world could not crack. She opened her closet, pulling out her brother's old jacket, its weight a shield and a curse. Anna whispered, "You never said it would be this lonely." The city offered no answers, only the dull throb of fear and power. Tonight, Anna Russo was more ghost than queen. Alive, but only just. Anna paced her apartment, each step creaking like a memory. She poured herself a glass of bourbon, hands trembling. The taste burned, a reminder that nothing numbed her ache for long. She gazed at a wall of photographs, her family, her brother, younger and unbroken. The price of the crown was clear now. Loneliness, guilt, a heart carved hollow. Maria called, her voice faint, apologizing for what she could never undo. Anna said, "We did what we had to." Maria replied, "There's always a price." The world outside moved on, but Anna was stuck in the wreckage of every decision. She wondered if she could ever escape. The apartment felt smaller, shadows closing in. Anna set the glass down, pressing her palm to the cool window. The city blinked, indifferent. Anna's reflection stared back. Someone powerful, but someone deeply lost. Rain battered the windows, thunder muting the city's usual chorus. Anna sat at her desk, counting stacks of cash, ledger open, pen moving in sharp, angry strokes. Every dollar was a sin. Every line in the ledger, a memory she could never erase. She remembered her father's words. "Money brings power, but it buries your soul." Anna's chest tightened. A knock shattered the silence. She palmed her gun and moved to the door, every instinct alive. Maria stood on the threshold, eyes hollow, a bandage darkening her sleeve. Maria said, "They're circling, Anna. Your time's running out." Anna let her in, barely speaking. The two women sat in silence, united by pain, divided by regret. Anna stared at the cash, wondering how much more blood it would cost to keep her throne. Time dragged as Anna and Maria waited in that quiet, suspended world between attack and retreat. The rain softened, a slow, relentless tap-tap on the glass. Maria said, "You could run. Leave this city, start over." Anna shook her head, jaw set in iron. Anna said, "This is all I know. I finish what I started." Maria's gaze was heavy with worry and love. Sisterhood, broken and rebuilt in violence. Anna moved to the window, watching shadows dance in the alley below. Every car that slowed, every footstep sent adrenaline rushing through her veins. The phone buzzed again. Another threat. Another enemy staking their claim. Anna exhaled, cold breath fogging the glass. Anna said, "Let them come." Her voice was hollow, final. This was the price for power. To rule alone, to wait for the storm's return. Anna stood alone in the living room as dawn crept in, painting the city gold and gray. Maria slept fitfully on the couch, wounded and weary. Anna pressed her hand to her heart, feeling the thrum of life, pain, and a stubborn hope that refused to die. She walked onto the fire escape, breathing in air sharp with rain and promise. The city below hummed, sirens, distant laughter, the sound of life continuing, indifferent to her reign. Anna watched the sun rise, washing her in light she had not earned but would not refuse. She whispered, "I'm still here." The cost had been brutal, the silence deafening, but Anna Russo had survived the storm. The Queenpin's legacy was written in scars, and the city would never forget her name. Weeks passed. The city felt different now, quieter, colder, older somehow. Anna Russo walked through Brooklyn, a ghost among those who thought they knew her. She saw her brother's face in strangers, heard his laughter echo down alleys, washed clean by spring rain. She stopped by his mural, candles melted to nubs, colors faded by weather and time. Anna pressed her palm against painted brick, grief and pride tangled in her chest. Passers-by glanced at her, whispering stories that would never touch the truth. Anna said, "I kept my promise. I survived." Her voice was a rasp, hollowed by loss, but the resolve remained. She turned, walking through the streets her family once ruled, every block holding scars that would never fade. Children played on stoops, mothers called them home, life moving forward without mercy or memory. Anna kept her head high. She was a legend now, a warning and a myth, and the city whispered her name in awe and fear. Anna moved through the city's shadows, neither hunted nor free, but transformed. Her old rivals kept their distance. New ones rose, but none dared challenge her openly. In a smoky club, she watched the next generation gamble and dream, unaware of the blood their inheritance would cost. Anna met eyes with Big Tony, his respect undisguised. He said, "You built something they'll never take." Anna replied, "It cost more than they'll ever know." Music swelled, laughter rising above old grief. Anna caught her reflection in a gilded mirror. Older, eyes ringed with pain and power. She wondered if she could ever leave this world, or if it would cling to her forever. A woman toasted her from across the room, a silent tribute from one survivor to another. Anna nodded back. Every face here was touched by her legend. The city's pulse beat on, fueled by risk, ruled by her memory. Some nights, Anna climbed her apartment rooftop, city lights flickering like distant hopes. She watched sirens sweep the streets, never sure if they were coming for her or for the next lost soul. She thought of Maria, now vanished, alive perhaps free, but forever changed. Anna wondered if she too could disappear. She whispered her brother's name to the wind, a prayer and a memory. In the hush between sirens, Anna found a sliver of peace. She was both feared and alone, her power absolute, but her heart battered beyond repair. The city stretched endless beneath her, always hungry, always taking. Anna watched the sunrise spill gold across the skyline, a beauty that hurt to witness. For a moment, she let herself hope. Tomorrow was unwritten. Survival was her only inheritance, but Anna Russo was not finished yet. Legacy outlives its architect. Stories of Anna Russo grew with each telling. Some called her a monster, others a martyr. Old allies swore loyalty in hushed bars, while her enemies faded or fled. The city felt her absence in every uneasy silence, every deal made with trembling hands. Anna became the lesson whispered to reckless youths and desperate survivors. Don't cross the Queenpin. In a lawyer's office, Anna signed away properties, washing blood from the books. The lawyer, sharp-eyed and cautious, said, "You could disappear, start new." Anna only smiled, knowing some debts are never erased. The ink dried. Anna walked out, sunlight on her face. The city's weight lighter for a moment. Every empire crumbles, but Anna Russo's name was carved into the streets, as indelible as any grave. Anna Russo stood at her apartment window, dusk blurring the city into gold and blue. She watched the traffic flow, lives unspooling below, the city breathing with secrets and scars. Anna pressed her palm to the glass, feeling the chill, hearing the heartbeat of a place that would never love her back. She whispered, "There's no retirement plan for ghosts." Her voice disappeared into the silence. Anna turned away, gathering her coat and a single photograph of her brother. With the sun setting behind her, she vanished into the city, legend and woman both, unbroken and utterly alone. The city would go on, and so would the story, carried in fear, whispered in alleys, immortal on every painted wall. Anna Russo's reign ended not with a bullet, but with a whisper, a memory no grave could hold. In every shadow, her legacy survived.